Hello. The River Trent has been an important transport route since the Bronze Age. The Romans used it as a trade route, and the Vikings, well, they used it to invade us. The first Trent Navigation Act was passed in 1699, and some 80 years after that, the Trent and Mersey Canal joined it here at Shardlow, effectively bypassing the difficult upper reaches of the river. And that's where we're going to start our programme. In 1783, a further act was passed for the construction of a towpath, allowing sailless barges to use the river. And at around the same time, some locks and weirs were built. But the main programme of construction of locks and weirs wasn't completed until 1920, when the navigation as we know it today was created. The river runs northwards from here for 93 miles, through Nottingham, Newark and Gainsborough, to eventually become part of the mighty Humber. Along its course, it's joined by the River Soar navigation, the Erywash Canal, the Fosdyke and Witham, the Chesterfield Canal and the South Yorkshire navigations. The navigation begins at Derwent Mouth, a sort of waterways crossroads formed by the Trent and Mersey Canal that we're just exiting, the unnavigable River Derwent to our left, a short navigable stub of the Trent up to the true head of navigation at Cavendish Bridge, and ahead of us the navigable Trent. If you have the misfortune to break down out on the river, you're going to get swept along by the current, so you must carry an anchor with you, and you should have it securely attached to the boat before you start your trip. And by the way, as this river is wide and deep and fast flowing, everybody on board should be wearing life jackets. After diving under the M1, the navigation moves into Sawley Lock Cut. In normal summer levels, the floodgates are left open, but recent heavy rain has raised the river level somewhat. Like most rivers, the Trent is susceptible to flooding, and when it does, the high river flows, reduced headroom under bridges, and the increased pull of the weirs make it dangerous to proceed. You should never attempt a river passage when the marker boards are up in the red. Today, we're okay. It's in the amber and falling. This is a very congested stretch of the river. Sawley Marina is one of the largest in the country. It incorporates a big hire boat base, so look out for first-time boaters exiting the marina. The Derby Motorboat Club owns extensive moorings on the right. Sawley locks are mechanised and paired. You'll need your BW key to operate the control panel, which is clearly explained with diagrams. But there's often a keeper or a volunteer working the locks anyway. The rail bridge crossing the tail of the lock was opened in 1839. The route is currently managed by East Midlands Trains. The main river comes in from the other side of the wall on our left. The landscape is dominated by the cooling towers of Redhill Power Station. The orange buoys in the water are sailing club markers, and they have no navigational meaning to us. It's less than a mile to Trent Lock, and one of the major intersections of the Trent. To the left is the entrance to the Erewash Canal, built in 1777, the same year as the Trent and Mersey. It goes due north for 12 miles, east of Nottingham to Langley Mill. The main flow of the river heads off to the right, where there is a confluence with the River Soar, and via that a connection all the way south to London and to Birmingham. There's also a very large weir down there at Thrumpton.